Weren't they wonderful, everyone? Just beautiful. What a great way to start off day 3 of our Cherry Blossom Festival here today. We're so happy to be here. We're so happy to see you again. Thank you so much for being here. We are so excited to show you up here on this stage why we are one of the most prominent displays, prominent festivals of Asian culture in America. One of the biggest cherry blossom festivals in America. And we're showing you today exactly why right here on this stage. But we're also showing you out on the street and in the Japan Center malls. I always have this dilemma where I have to announce to you all what's going on outside, on the streets, down the street, and in the malls, but I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay right here and watch what's going to happen on the stage, because we're going to have some very special guests coming up next. But I do have to tell you that we have some wonderful arts and crafts booths all the way up and down Post Street. And then if you go down to Webster, that's where we have all of our food booths, our amazing food booths, as it is getting close to lunchtime. We would love for you to go visit those food booths down there. And also, this year's a little bit different. We don't have our parade, but we do have some exhibitions going on inside of the Japan Center malls. So if you go inside the Japan Center malls, you'll be able to find them there. But again, don't do any of that. Stay right here, because we've got some very special guests coming up to the stage who have traveled here from very far away, from Japanese American communities all across the country. So, in order to welcome them, in order to introduce them, I'm going to bring up to the stage a very special guest, the Queen Program Committee member, Yuka Walton, everybody.
Hi everyone. Wow, what a beautiful audience. Thank you for being here today. My name is Yuka Walton. I'm with the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival Queen Program. And what's lovely about our festival is that we have sister festivals in Southern California and in Hawaii. And so as we build up female leadership within our own community, we also invite female leaders from these other festivals to come and join us each year. And so it's just this beautiful cherry blossom sisterhood. And so we thought, what a wonderful opportunity for us to introduce you to our sister festivals and courts. So first I'm going to call up our sister festival from Southern California, the Nisei Week Festival. Come on up, Nisei Week Court, and introduce yourselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Hisama. I'm the 2021 Nisei Week Queen. On behalf of our court and the Nisei Week Foundation, thank you so much for having us here today to celebrate with you all.
Hi everyone, my name is Brianne Yasukochi. I'm the 2021 First Princess.
Konnichiwa, minasan. My name is Kiyomi Arimitsu Takemoto, and I am the 2021 Miss Tomodachi.
Good afternoon. My name is Kendra Alana Motoyasu, and I'm honored to be one of the 2021 Nisei Princesses.
Hi everybody, my name is Michelle Toshiko Murakami, and I am one of the 2021 Nisei Week Princesses.
Hello everyone, my name is Kyoko Alicia Nakatsui, and I am one of the 2021 Nisei Week Princesses. We are so excited to be here with you all this weekend, and congratulations to the new 2022 Cherry Blossom Festival Court. And thank you all for having us this weekend. We're so excited to spend it with you.
Big round of applause for Nisei Week. And we're gonna ask them to head on off, and we're gonna bring our other sister festival, the Hawaii Cherry Blossom Festival, so their court can also introduce themselves. Big round of applause for the Hawaii Cherry Blossom Festival.
Aloha, we are the Hawaii Cherry Blossom Festival Court. We're so honored and grateful to be here today. My name is Sherry Nishijima, and I am Hawaii's 70th Cherry Blossom Festival Queen.
Good afternoon. My name is Maile Kawasaki, and I'm the first princess on the Cherry Blossom Festival Hawaii Court. I'm so happy and excited to be with you all today.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Tamlin Sasaki, and I am a princess on the Hawaii Court. It's so great to see you all today.
Aloha everyone, my name is Jordan Valdez, and I am a princess on the 70th Cherry Blossom Court of Hawaii.
Hi everyone, my name is Tari Lynn Manin.
I am Miss Popularity on the 70th Cherry Blossom Festival Hawaii Court.
Hi, I'm Danielle Al. I'm Miss Congeniality of the Hawaii Court. Thank you for having us, and we're so happy to be here.
They flew all the way from Hawaii to celebrate Japanese and Japanese American culture with us. Let's clap it up for these amazing women. Yes, we love the Hawaii love in the audience. Is that family? Yes, we love it. Okay. And so some of you might be thinking like, what are these programs about? Like, who are these women? So what I'd like to do is tell you a little bit about them. So my first group I want to talk about are our women in education. So we're going to have most of the Hawaii Court head off. I'd love Jordan, Kyoko, and Sherry to be on the stage. Thanks for that mic handoff. Amazing. We love it. Alrighty, so right here are 3 of our court members who are women in education. And so I'd love to hear from y'all. Sherry, can you tell us about the type of work you do that focuses on cultural education?
Yes, so in Hawaii, I am the program manager at the Japanese Cultural Center of Hawaii, and in my role, I focus on curriculum development and cultural education for young keiki around Hawaii to learn about the Japanese American experience unique to Hawaii to help strengthen our diverse communities.
I'm going to center us a little bit so we get good pictures, you know what I mean? We're like all the way over here. Let's get in the center. Perfect, love it. We got the logo right here. Awesome. That is so cool that you focus on cultural education. And Jordan, you're like me. You're a classroom teacher. Love it. Tell us about teaching 5th grade.
I love teaching 5th grade. I love building the relationships with the kids and with their families. I started off in the preschool setting and knew absolutely for sure that was not for me. But I moved on to 1st grade and I thought, this is where I'm supposed to be. And then I got hired for 5th grade and I was like, nope, these kids are for me. They get my jokes. They actually think I'm funny. And I love building the relationship with them.
Awesome, wonderful. And all of us classroom teachers are so thankful to folks like Kyoko. Kyoko works in informal education, and for those folks who don't know, those are the folks who do field trips and after-school programs. She specifically focuses in science. Tell us more, Kyoko. We want to know more.
Yes, so I work in informal education, specifically at a botanic garden and a research library in Newport Beach. We focus on teaching the kids about the plants, what they can do for their plants, and how the plants really can help us. So it's a really fun experience. I get to work with all different ages, from babies all the way to seniors, so it's really an amazing time.
And a question I have for all of you is, doing this program, what has that meant to you as an educator? Have you been able to talk to the young folks you teach, or how have you been able to teach about Japanese and Japanese American culture?
I would say that doing this program has allowed me to engage in so many different culture classes, and I really just hope that I can extend that to the younger generation so that my kids and my grandkids have a connection to their Japanese identity. And I hope that other people take it upon themselves to engage with their culture so that they can carry it on for the next generation.
Jordan or Kyoko, you want to add anything?
Yeah, for sure. As a classroom teacher, and being in Hawaii, we're known to be the mixing pot, and I just love to incorporate multiple cultures. And then for me, I love to celebrate with my kids Girls' Day and Boys' Day, and just teach them a little bit more about what it is that our culture is about.
Awesome.
As someone who works in an area that isn't very diverse, it's a very fun experience to be able to bring culture to my classes. I got to create a seasonal eating course titled Washoku to teach about Japanese seasonal eating practices and what is really good about eating in season for our planet.
Wow, I want to take that course. Washoku, seasonal eating for the planet? Wow, that's amazing. Alrighty, well, in case y'all thought these are just young women in tiaras and sashes, no. They are leaders in the education field. Let's give it up one more time for Sherry, Jordan, and Kyoko. Alright, ladies, I'm going to ask y'all to head off. Next up, we're going to bring up our women who are experts in social media. It is a field that I am not an expert in, so we have lots to learn from these amazing young leaders. We have Maile, and we also have Michelle. Maile, tell us about your Instagram, because I think all these folks right here are going to want to follow that one, because I know I want to follow it.
lot with small businesses and local businesses. And through that, I saw that it's so important to have our local businesses thrive, because it's important for our local economy and for our community as a whole. So I wanted to do my part and start my food Instagram during the pandemic to help promote local and small businesses, and also just do my part for the community. One of my favorite parts about the food Instagram is being able to build connections with local business owners and create content that helps their business thrive.
Wow, that is so amazing, y'all. She made an Instagram to support local businesses during pandemic. Like, that is incredible. Wow, wow, wow. Michelle, you're a YouTube vlogger. Tell us more.
So I actually started vlogging when I went to college. I went to UCLA, and so a lot of my content was based around, a day in my life in college, a day in my life as a specific major, and it kind of turned into just a daily vlog about my life. So I would do a lot of vlogs in Japantown, I would do a lot of vlogs at school, and it kind of just became my own way of expression and creativity.
I love that. So it just seems like they're using social media as an avenue to teach people about Japanese and Japanese American culture. They're also using it as an avenue to support our local businesses and our local communities. Let's give it up one more time for Maile and Michelle. Thank you, ladies. All right, so members of the Nisei Week Court and the Hawaii Court are also martial artists. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we have a black belt in the house, y'all. Watch out. Woo! She has her heels on though, so she's not gonna be performing for us, but watch out. Tell us more, Kendra.
So I'm a second degree black belt in Taekwondo with over 11 years of experience. For about 6 of those years, I competed nationally and internationally. I competed at tournaments in Mexico, Canada, and all over the U.S. And in those 11 years, I was competing in fighting, which is obviously the one-to-one component, but then I also competed in forms, which is called pizza, and that's the much more artistic side. I will definitely say that I love forms more because, as you can see, I'm rather short, and it's not really a good sport to be in if you're pretty short.
So wait, how did you get into it when you were little? Were you just like, I just want to do it, or a family member told you to start Taekwondo, or tell us more?
My mother was a dispatcher for the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department for over 30 years, and so we initially started doing Taekwondo as a self-defense class. However, my oldest sister, Nicole, fell in love with the sport, and the rest is history.
That's incredible. And so for someone who wants to get into it, like, what do you suggest? Like, what do you think is the most important thing people need to keep in mind as they start learning a martial art like Taekwondo?
I think the most important thing to keep in mind when you're starting a martial art like Taekwondo is to train hard, but also to give yourself grace. When you're starting as in any kind of physical activity, everyone is a beginner. There's a common saying in martial arts that a black belt is just a white belt that never gave up. So perseverance, hard work, and mastery.
Wait, did y'all hear that? A black belt is just a white belt that never gave up? That's a beautiful saying. I'm gonna tell myself that. A black belt is just a white belt that never gave up. Thank you so much, Kendra. We appreciate you. Alrighty. So next up, our courts from Nisei Week in Hawaii, we have a lot of women in STEM. A lot of women in STEM. So I'd love to bring up Kiyomi, Tamlin, Danielle, and Tari. Clap it up for our women in STEM, y'all. So they just arrived on flights yesterday, and when I met them, I was like, oh my goodness, they are so brilliant. Like, you know what I mean? When you're in a room with brilliance, and you're like, wow, these people are so smart. So Kiyomi, can you tell us a little bit about your work in engineering and aerospace?
Yeah, so I'm a mission systems engineer at the Boeing Aerospace Company, and I get to work on reusable space vehicles, which is really cool because I'm really just passionate about sustainability and being able to marry that with something that I love, which is engineering. It's just so inspiring to be able to do that and really influence our next space generation.
Did you say reusable space vehicles? Wait, like what is, like on Mars or like tell us more, I don't get it.
Yeah, of course. So So, reusable space vehicles, I think many of you might be familiar with the space shuttle. So I work on something very similar. It doesn't go to Mars, but it does do space missions, various different types, and it's just really exciting looking at all the groundbreaking work that's still being done in space.
And so, like, what's the most important thing to keep in mind as you're developing a reusable space vehicle?
I think, honestly, the most important thing to kind of keep in mind is just safety and just thinking, consciously of, because it's a reusable space vehicle, we need to make sure that it's being able to not have any issues when it comes back, because we want to send it up back into space again. And so it's just really exciting to be able to work on something like that.
Reusable space vehicles, y'all. In case you're like, I'm looking for a new field here. Aerospace engineering. Let's give it up for Kiyomi. All right, next up we have Tamlin. Hi, Tamlin.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You're starting the next step of your STEM journey in July. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, so I'm very, very excited to share that I will be starting my medical education at the University of Hawaii, John A. Burton School of Medicine this July. And
yes, we got a doctor in the house starting medical school.
yeah, so I'm so incredibly humbled to have been entrusted with the lives of the people of Hawaii. And as of right now, I'm open-minded as to what specialty I want to go into, but I'm thinking that I'd like to become a physician specializing in reproductive endocrinology and infertility, so that I can help couples build their families and empower women to dream big in their careers by preventing the burden of age-related maternal complications.
That's amazing. And I'm wondering for you, like, was it, our programs are really rigorous. Prior to their coronation nights, they attend many months of training and cultural classes and public speaking training and interview training. So I'm wondering for you, how did you balance all that, right? Because I'm sure you were taking MCATs the past year and all of that. Like, how did you balance all of the many responsibilities in your life?
It was definitely difficult. So I graduated from UCLA in June of last year, 2021, and then I started working as a clinical research assistant, where one of our biggest trials was the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. So working full-time on top of doing my medical school applications was definitely very difficult, and I just had to make sure to really carve out time for the things I love and for the people I love, just to keep me balanced and grounded as I pursued my goals.
Awesome. Thank you so much to Tamlin, our future doctor. Alrighty, next we have Danielle. Danielle, can you tell us about your work in engineering and data analytics?
So I actually studied mechanical engineering and worked as a mechanical engineer in facilities for about 3 years, and then I realized that I was actually really passionate about data analytics, creating visuals to help tell a story about what the data tells us to answer the questions that we really need in our everyday life.
Amazing. And I heard you do data analytics for a small family business.
Yes.
Can you tell us more?
Oh yeah. So in Hawaii, I work for a family-owned food distribution company called VIXIA, where we supply food to local businesses and local restaurants to help create more efficiency in their business.
Amazing. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Danielle. Give it up for Danielle, everybody. And last but not least, we have Tari, who's focusing in math because she does baking. Tell us more, Tari.
Hi everyone. I am employed at the Bank of Hawaii. I actually started in their IT department, where I was managing and troubleshooting many of the bank's applications, and now I'm a user of those applications, counting numbers day in and day out, and we also do a lot of analytics too with all of the bank's balance sheets.
Awesome, amazing. And I wanted to know, what has your experience been like being a woman in STEM? Has it been a positive one? Has it been challenging? Who wants to tell us about their experience?
I can say a little bit. So when I tell people that I'm going into medicine, a lot of people are really excited for me, but I'm often met with the question, oh, but don't you want to have kids? And this was something I used to be really concerned about, having to achieve my goals in medicine on top of having a family. But I realized that this assumption that women should be the primary caregivers is extremely outdated and really rooted in gender discrimination. And I really believe that the modern day woman is capable of doing it all.
Yes, love that. Here we are. discrimination. Other folks, how has your experience been being a woman in STEM?
I think that it's honestly been mostly positive, and sometimes, we are met with some challenges. Being, one of the only women in my graduating class, and also not very many people who are women in work. It's definitely difficult to kind of find your community. But I think what's really important and what has really helped me is finding my own community, whether that be and just like being a part of this wonderful sisterhood and having some wonderful ladies here today, and also finding also like professional groups like the Society of Women Engineers, where I get to give out scholarship awards and really empower the next generation of women in STEM, and it's just so inspiring.
Wonderful. Did you want to add on to the other part? We did. All set? Alrighty, well, all I have to say is I'm so incredibly proud of our women in STEM. Let's clap it up one more time for women in STEM. Thank you, ladies. And my next group I'm going to bring up, thanks y'all. My next group, so we have women in education, right? We have women in social media. We got martial artists. We have women in STEM. But also, we have some female athletes here, and like incredible athletes. So come on over, our female athletes. We have Jamie and Bree. Awesome. Jamie, can you tell us about what sport you played in college?
Yeah, I was able to play college soccer in the very warm state of Minnesota, which was super fun, but also really cold. And I was also super fortunate enough to play with the Thailand national team. I'm half Thai and I'm half Japanese, and I felt like it was an amazing cultural experience that I was very lucky to be able to do.
The Thailand national soccer team. Wow, tell us more. That's so interesting.
Yeah, my mom's from Thailand, and so they were able to help me get my citizenship, and I was able to go play with them, while also being able to meet my family that still lives there and learn so much about my culture.
And what did you learn from your experience as an athlete that helped you be successful in your experience during VIXIA?
Yeah, I think so much about being an athlete is being disciplined and also knowing how to have great teamwork skills. It's super important for all of us to be great communicators and to really be dedicated to our community. I also run my own marketing agency for nonprofits and social impact businesses, so being an athlete has very much helped me transfer my skills on the team to running a business and being an entrepreneur.
Amazing, wonderful. Clap it up for Jamie, everybody. I think about these female athletes and I'm like, whew, when was the last time I worked out? I can't even remember, but hopefully they're inspiring all of us to work out. Bree, can you tell us about what college athletics you participated in?
Yeah, so I played at UC Davis. I played basketball at UC Davis for 2 years, and then I transferred to Hawaii Pacific, so I got to get to know our Hawaii girls even more. And then from there, I tried to play professionally in Japan, and that kind of led to my media career. My share house roommate was a photographer, and he showed me how to edit video. And then I came back to California, and it started my commercial coordinating career. So I'm a commercial coordinator for production, and I also run my family's farm. So like Jamie said, being an athlete has taught me so much about team building and being able to work with many different people. You never know who you're going to work with. And also just going towards a common goal is really important.
And so you played basketball so many places. You played at UC Davis. Any Aggies out here? UC Davis? All right, here we are, UC Davis. And you played at HPU, and you also played in Japan. Were the teams like super different depending on where you went, or was it like basketball is basketball everywhere?
Yeah, I would say definitely at UC Davis they were a lot taller than me, and I felt like ate a lot healthier than I did in Hawaii. I ate so much rice and I don't know, like spam.
Delicious food, spam and eggs.
Hawaii. But just culturally, it was a different atmosphere. I felt like in Japan, people really are more about the team and just making sure everybody is the team. But like I felt like in America, you want to score the most points. So it's just different, but both are really great.
And something I want to point out for our audience here is Bree's last name is Yasukochi, And when I first met her, I thought, oh my goodness, is she Yasukochi of Yasukochi Sweet Stop? Who loves coffee crunch cake? Anybody from Yasukochi Sweet Stop? I was like, oh my god, are you that Yasukochi? But no, y'all, she's a different Yasukochi that's also an amazing Yasukochi. Can you tell us about Yasukochi Farms?
Yeah, I'm a part of a 4th generation farm in San Diego, Yasukochi Family Farms. When the pandemic hit, our farm was going to close down, so I started a CSA box program to deliver boxes, and now I help manage that, so it's been a really good experience.
So if you ever find yourself in San Diego, you got to stop by Yasukochi Farm, or you know people there, they got to participate in this CSA box program.
I'll give you free veggies, just come on down.
Come on down, just say you met at the Cherry Blossom Festival. You know Bree Yasukochi. Alrighty, well thank you Jamie and Bree, we really appreciate y'all. Awesome, clap it up for Jamie and Bree one more time. Alrighty, so as you can see, right, I think sometimes people first see our own Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival court or the Nisei Week court from Los Angeles or the Hawaii Cherry Blossom Festival court, and we think, oh, you know, like beautiful women in tiaras, but these young women are so much more than that, right? They're women in STEM, they're leaders in their community, they've been practicing and building up their leadership skills so they can continue to advocate for these special places like Japantown. So if you see them around the festival today, make sure to say hello. And my last plug is, if you know young Japanese or Japanese American women here in Northern California or in Southern California or in Hawaii, we want y'all to encourage them to join our programs, right? Because all it takes is for one person to say, you would be really good for this leadership journey, right? Like, we need a leader like you. So I want y'all to take a moment and think, do I know a young Japanese or Japanese American woman between the ages of 19 and 26? And if you do, please tell them about our programs. We'd love to have them. We are building our female leadership network. And so yes, send them to our IG, send them to our websites, email us. We want them to join our programs. Thank you so much for being here today. We hope you enjoyed meeting the Nisei Week court and the Hawaii court. They're off on the side here. Let's clap it up for them one last time. Alrighty, and I am handing off the mic to Ryan. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuka. Let's give it up one more time for the Queen programs from Los Angeles and Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the future leaders of the Japanese American community. Our community is large, it spans across the country, and it is flourishing, prospering, sakairu, right? My goodness, the future is bright. I'll just say that.